Hi everybody, it's Jenny.
We filed an injunction.
In general, if you look through all the videos on this channel, you'll see that I do episode reviews. I give my opinion and feedback on what's happening in the episode. You can agree or disagree, but it's meant to be a lighthearted way to get through watching this series without harming ourselves. Breaking news.
Breaking news.
I essentially never do. I only did it once, and that was in regard to Garrison. However, I just need to comment. I need to comment on what's going on with Christine. Again, wouldn't it be amazing if all of this was on the show? We're not going to see this play out for 2 years on TLC, at which point we won't care about it and we'll know how it all ends. Gosh, they're the worst. Okay, I digress. We have been clamoring and begging and putting out into the universe some legal action with the wives regarding Kody and Robin by proxy.
Sue them. Just sue them.
I didn't see it looking like this. I was just looking at it from a purely logistical, financial perspective, basically relating to the land in Coyote Pass. I mean, would I like them to get some of the other money back that they've put into the family that both Kody and Robin just took? Yes, of course I would. I would love an overall forensic accounting of their family for the past 15 to 20 years. It would be amazing. But then this happens. I'm not a breaking news channel. This happened a few days ago. I will be honest with you. I have watched 0 content creator videos on this. 0. Even my favorite content creators. 0. I've just been too busy. My life's been too busy. And I typically just, what currently is going on, hot topics, is not what this channel is. So I was going to dismiss it at first, but I've been thinking about it, and I had many hours in the car this weekend traveling to and from a university to visit my son. And the more I thought about it, the more I thought, this is significant. This is actually really important. This can affect the rest of the series, the rest of the show. It could affect Kody's livelihood. It's kind of a big deal. I realized I need to talk about this. So because I have no other input other than going online and looking at the original article, and then I found a second article, which is a snarky reaction to reality TV shows called Ashley's Reality Roundup. The original article I read was from Us Weekly, who reported the information. Somehow Ashley's Reality Roundup had a little bit more details, and she had things in quotes from not the addendum, but the second document that was attached to it. So I'm using that as my basic framework of information. Just want to talk about it and give you a little bit of my opinion. And I definitely want to hear yours. Okay, unless you've been under a rock, which you may have been, because there is so much more important stuff going on in the world than Sister Wives. I get it. I am not for a second going to mislead myself and think that this channel is more important than anything else you've got going on in your life. It's not. Nor is this topic, nor should any other channel be. So let's just discuss for a minute what's all gone down. We know Christine left Kody November of 2021. At that time, Christine decided to take Truly with her, which makes sense. She's been living in Christine's house this entire time. Kody she sees indiscriminately. Around 2020, probably not even for a whole year. There is not that emotional connection between Truly and Kody on either end. How do we know that? Well, you know you put your best foot forward when a camera's being shot, and yet here are the interactions we see of Kody with Truly.
Just walk, but don't look at your feet. Look ahead. You gotta get... Okay.
See, that's why I needed you.
But you be patient. Pedal. I am holding you. You're gonna have to trust.
Dad, you're going too fast. No, please stop. Please let me stop.
You have the brakes.
I just want to stop.
Then hit the brake. As you kick your leg over, Sweetheart.
I don't want to do this.
That's too bad.
I don't want to ride a bike.
Yeah, you're gonna ride a bike.
This is not fair. I should be able to choose what I want.
No, you're too young to choose.
You know I don't want to do this.
There's no crying in baseball, sweetheart.
This isn't baseball. This is learning.
This is bike riding. It's easier than baseball. Go in the house.
I'm trying my best.
No, you're not.
Yes, screaming at a kid, that is the best way to get them to do what you want them to do. Oh, especially when physically they're learning a new skill. Being screamed at is the best way to acquire that skill as well. Parent of the year. On top of letting his emotions and anger get control of him when he has individual time with his daughter, we also see him with her. The perfect opportunity for him to reach out and say, listen, things are going to look a little bit different going forward, but that doesn't change how I feel about you. I still love you. I will still see you. Everything between us is the same. You're just going to be living in a different state, and we'll see each other every other weekend. Which, quite frankly, I truly believe her seeing him every other weekend was more than she was seeing him before. But he didn't take that opportunity. As we know, this is how it played out.
Truly, hey, are you okay that you're moving tomorrow?
Yeah.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Where's your smile? No smiles about it, huh? Sorry. All right. Well.
Conniving and manipulating a child.
Such bad parenting.
Completely putting his own needs before her needs. It's a disgusting scene to watch. Can I point out, too, both of these instances are when the other parents were out of view. When Christine's around, if there's another adult in the room, Kody monitors his behavior. When it's just he and Truly alone, he's a different beast. All right, we have one other example of Kody and Truly together without any other adults around. That would be when he was watching all of the kids. The moms went to San Francisco and Truly got sick. Now, was he manipulative, angry, or conniving at that time? He was dismissive. He was absent. He was unaware that his daughter was ill. And when he found out she was ill, he said, she's fine.
Truly does not feel well at all. And she kept me up all night last night. She just kept moving from place to place to place. She is definitely missing her mom.
She doesn't feel good. She doesn't really have a fever, though. I don't know what's wrong.
Did you feel how hot she was yesterday?
She wasn't that hot. I know a fever.
Truly started acting very lethargic while we were at bowling. In fact, she had to be held the entire time. She's actually acting a little bit worse than she was yesterday. I think she's got a little bit of flu.
Kody and Aspen and McKelty, they've both been talking to me, and Truly's really sick. And so I'm excited to get back home to see what's going on with her. You know, Kody says she just has flu-like symptoms, but not a fever. But Aspen and McKelty are pretty freaked out by her and her behavior.
This has been a challenge.
What's the number one thing every parent knows you need to do when your child is sick? Liquids.
But make sure just to drink water.
Make sure she drinks all that.
Keep her drinking liquids and give her one of those every 3 hours.
No matter whether you're sick or not, the most important thing you need to do is make sure that a child has liquids. An adult has liquids. A pet has liquids. The one thing that'll kill them quicker than anything is withholding liquids.
Make sure you drink plenty of fluids and get something to eat.
We're giving him liquids, you know.
You'll need to make sure he drinks plenty of water.
Keep her in bed and lots of liquids.
Kody was not an active participant with his child, He put one of the older children in charge of watching her. Not her responsibility, not her job. She's not the parent. And then he pretty much dismissed her. And even the older child kept saying, yeah, something's not right. Something's not right. She knew it wasn't right. Kody touches Truly's head. She's fine. She doesn't have a fever. So those are a bunch of examples of Kody's concern and love for Truly. But what I find interesting in all of this is the way this is all written. Now, Kody was very clear on the show that we can do this amicably. We can work it out together. We don't need to get the government involved. And so it appears that Christine took him at his word. Okay, that's fine. But we're almost 3 years later at this point, and it appears to be very clear that she's given him more than ample time to step up and parent her properly, and it hasn't happened. You know she has a list of every time he said he was going to see her and didn't. Christine was really and truly trying to preserve Truly. She never talked in front of Truly, and she was devastated the one time she didn't realize Truly was around and she overheard Christine. Christine made it so that Truly would interpret the relationship between Kody and Christine as just fine and normal. She wanted Truly to have a good relationship with Kody. It appears that Kody did not step up to the plate, and this comes as no surprise to any of us. He has not stepped up to the plate for any of his children besides the ones that were born of Robin.
You are the chosen one!
For him to be willing to not see his children for almost a year because they refused to do ridiculous rules that he created and made up. If you want to look at the whole list of rules, I have a separate video on that. I'll try to remember to link it down below. But it has a picture of Kody in the thumbnail, and it mentions COVID rules. All right. So legal action has been taken by Christine. Kody hates the government. He really hates the government. The government's against you. Well, in his opinion, because he's been breaking the law for so many years, he doesn't want government interference. And Christine filed this in the state of Utah.
No way, not Utah.
The state that's probably very happy to prove why they had the law that they did on the books for all these years. It is possible Kody could be an example. That would be amazing. I also like that he has to truck his butt up to Utah when it comes time to appear in court. Is it possible this all settles out of court? It is possible. I think Kody will do all he can to see to it, because the last thing he wants to do is go to court in Utah. I do like that he is now going to have to hire a lawyer. Going to cost him a little bit of money. That's good. But for this to be a Utah jurisdiction is really kind of the best. And it makes sense that she would file it in Utah. She's been living there for a couple years in Utah. Truly lives in Utah. It's their home residence. He claims one of the reasons that he wanted to move to Vegas was to get out under the tyranny of the government in Utah. And then when he needed to move again to Arizona, it's that Arizona is much more free-thinking and open-minded. So to go back to Utah to go to court, it's kind of nice. It's kind of karma.
Back to the topic at hand.
Now let's see the papers.
The actual document, the court filing, is sealed. The one thing Christine has done is petition the courts to get a paternity test done to prove Kody is her biological father, because Kody is not on her birth certificate. Now, do we have video documentation for 14 years to prove that he functioned as her father? Yes, and that he claimed he was there at the delivery. I mean, barely. He also spent time with another wife that day, but he was there. There's no doubt he is the father of this child. But in the legal system, you have to do what you have to do. Step number 1, prove he is the father. But Christine took it one step further. Okay, she's filing for child support. So this would be for the next 4 years that she is requesting some sort of financial help out of Kody to help raise her daughter. I find this really interesting because Christine, it seemed like, pretty much financially supported the family on her own, and Kody's money was Kody's money. He has to be reeling over this information, just reeling. He has to be thinking, you had 6 kids. I didn't help you for any of them. My money bought motorcycles and sports cars and pickup trucks and four-wheelers. I went gambling and on vacations with another wife. I used my money to buy big mansion homes for the other wife when you bought your own. Just saying. It's gonna bug him that he has to give a penny towards raising Truly. I know it is. But it gets better because technically, Christine can file for back child support. I believe it's 3 years you can go back and get child support from a parent that you were separated from. That would fall into the same situation. Once they prove with paternity that he was the parent and prove that he has not financially supported her, if you go back 3 years, that's basically when Christine left. So from the moment she left, she can get money out of him. I hope they do. I hope she does. I hope the lawyer that she's working with is disgusted by Kody's whole behavior. I hope he goes for the jugular. Kody has skated off the earnings of all of his wives for so long. This is sweet justice. This is what the season should be right now. We should be having cameras filming this, editing it, and getting it out a week or two later. Such a missed opportunity. But no. In a couple weeks, we're going to see Christine meet David and go on their first date.
Boring!
Okay, so I'm loving that. I'm loving the fact that she's trying to claim paternity and collect child support for Truly. Who deserves it? Christine deserves alimony, quite frankly, but she's not going there. This is all about Truly. That's amazing. Okay, so we have paternity and we have child custody. There's 2 other parts to it. Again, we can't see the document. It's been sealed. But the title of it tells us a little bit. That is a petition for a declaration of paternity, child custody, parent time, and support. Parent time and support. So Christine wants to establish probably primary custody of Truly. That would be my guess where the custody thing comes in. Parent time and support. I'm curious what that all is going to look like. I wonder if this every other week thing that was set up at the beginning that we saw on the show is not really coming to fruition. That Kody's not coming to get her when he should get her, or he's not available when she goes to drop him off. Maybe he's gone and it's just Robin and the kids. I don't know. And then the last part was support, and we already talked about that. Along with this petition, Christine also filed a domestic relations injunction. We have a little bit of information from that injunction, and it states neither party can harass, intimidate, or disturb the peace of the other party by any means, including electronically. I am curious what kind of disturbing of the peace was happening that would force Christine to file this. Clearly there were emails, because including electronically was added in there. The most shocking part about it is it also forbids both parties from committing domestic violence or abuse against the other party or the child. That's heavy. That's heavy. Why was that added? What happened that would make her have to legally file a document prohibiting Kody from committing domestic violence or abuse against Christine or Truly? There are so many questions here. And of course, all this applies to Christine as well, as it should be. But Christine's the one that filed it. So Christine's the one that wants to make sure that these rules are followed. The injunction adds, neither party can take Truly on a trip without the consent of the other parent. Also, the parent has to provide to the other parent travel details and a way to contact Truly when they are away. I wonder if this was ever an issue. I would be surprised that Kody wanted to take Truly on a trip. I would be even more surprised that he would just do it, not really notify Christine about it, or while he was gone, not provide a way for her to contact Truly. Why was this added? I could see Kody wanting this because he kept insisting Christine was taking Truly here and there and everywhere during COVID. Now, I don't think she ever took Truly away from Kody on a time that was his to see her. He was just upset that Truly was vacationing and traveling the world with Christine while COVID was existing.
You're breaking the rules.
And he was hunkered down in his house. He wanted everyone else to be as well.
Get me out of here.
Ooh, I'm loving it. All right. The indictment goes on to say the parties are forbidden from saying anything to demean or disparage the other party in front of or within earshot of Truly. I know Christine was always very, very careful about this. It seems clear that Kody wasn't. Well, we know he wasn't. We saw it. Finally, the indictment adds that not only can they not say anything disparaging about each other in front of Truly or within earshot of Truly, they cannot attempt to influence the child, Truly's, preference regarding custody or parent time. The injunction forbids Kody or Christine from saying or doing anything that, quote, would negatively affect the love and affection of the children for the other party. I don't know why it's quoted as children when it should be child, because there's only one child in this situation, but that's what it says. So it forbids them from saying or doing anything that would negatively affect the love and affection of the children for the other party, good, or involve the children in the issues of this petition. Cannot talk to them about what's going on here between this. Courts are going to handle it. This was legally written so well, even though I don't have the actual document in front of me, and I am quoting what is being put forth by Us Weekly, also brought up by an article online called Ashley's Roundup. That article had one line that I didn't see on the Us Weekly article, and that is both parties have to ensure that no one else who is around Truly can do anything that breaks these rules. That's a good one. So Kody can't have Robin do his dirty work and him say, I didn't do it. My hands are clean. It's hands off for everybody. And it's the same for Christine. According to that article as well, by filing this information, it will require both parents to attend mandatory parenting classes as well as divorce orientation classes. The divorce orientation classes are probably teaching you about how you should behave and talk to your ex-spouse. And this is all going to be difficult for Kody to grapple with. When it comes to the parenting classes, that's going to be difficult simply because it's all new to him.
You're going to do 6 months of parenting classes?
He has come out on the show and admitted, I'm not the disciplinarian, i.e. I'm not the parent. I like the role of the fun babysitter who gets to come over and just play with them. That's all. But he's not even the babysitter that comes over and plays with them, because the babysitter comes over when the parents leave. And that babysitter has a lot of responsibility and has to do disciplining and feeding and bedtime routines and homework and kind of functions as a pseudo parent while they're there. When Kody arrives, he's just the playmate. That's what he is. He's not a babysitter. He's a peer. He's a playmate. He plays with them and then goes and finds the food that was prepared for him. And then he goes to bed. At least for Christine's kids. And Janelle's kids. I don't know what the dynamic looked like for Mary and her child when he was over there. They don't discuss that very much. We do know that things are different in Robin's house. Robin wears the pants. And Kody actually helps with breakfast and taking them to and from school. I don't know what Robin does all day. I really don't. Other than shopping, I'm not clear what she does. I mean, maybe she buys the food for the house. That could be. I know she gets her hair done. She gets her nails done. But that doesn't fill up all your day. I don't know. I love the fact that it's no longer Kody taking advantage of these OG 3 wives and us just screaming at the television saying, it's not fair. Can we please lawyer up? So it's been done. She's lawyering up, which means she has a lawyer who's looking at the whole situation. I hope that Christine can get in her lawyer's ear and say, hey, I've got 2 other sister wives with this other situation here. Do you have time to maybe see them too? I think they would be willing to retain you for your services. I hope they throw the book at him. I do. This could be the beginning of something great. Let me know what you think down below. Right when we think the OG3 are just gonna quietly and meekly just pick up and walk away and let Kody get away with everything he's done in the past, we see the first strike. First time he's being legally held accountable for his behavior. I'm here for it, people. I hope they have the highest amount of what they possibly think is fair for child support based on the money that he has gotten from TLC. And actually, now that I think about it, this is where it could get good. They're going to base that child support on the standard of living. Well, how do you prove Kody's income? Well, you have the tax records, of course. But could possibly, in addition to the tax records, they submit clips or try to submit clips from the show to indicate how much money he really has? Maybe how much money he was hiding from the government? I don't know, that could get messy because I think Janelle filed the taxes, which would implicate her in fraud if she didn't claim something. Now I'm backtracking on that thought. Just sharing things as they come to my mind. But I am excited about the notion. If Janelle's hands can remain clean out of all of this, I would love it if they have to disclose how much money has Kody Brown made since Truly's been born. Oh, you know his biggest fear is being desolate and being poor. He's not known for giving money to anybody except for himself and his favorite wife. So being court-ordered to do so, whew. Now, if I were a Pollyanna about this, I would say maybe this is just what Kody needs to be grounded and reflective and think on his behaviors and his actions, and maybe he'll become a different person. But we know better. We have just seen him and how he reacts in situations that are challenging to him year after year after year after year. And what does he do? He fights back and he claims victimhood. Always. He will do the same thing with this. Oh, may there be cameras rolling. Do share what you think about this. I really do want to know. If you want, we can talk about it a little bit more on Tuesday night when we recap Sunday night's Sister Wives live right here, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let me know what topics about this whole situation we should be talking about on Tuesday night. I'll make sure I read through all those comments before Tuesday night happens. Okay, we'll talk about it Tuesday night. See you then. Take care. Bye-bye.